Hi traders, welcome in Trade Zone. Today we are going to take a look some tips and details about Dow Jones as we have dedicated the week to this index that is my favorite in absolute um, of all the USA indexes. Just a small introduction about what happened yesterday. Here you can see the chart, daily chart of Standard & Poor. The earnings season report of NVIDIA that was super creates big reversal. You can see also with Nasdaq that push NVIDIA to growing in the after hour in around 10%. And this situation create a big reversal of USA indexes that you can see return super bullish after small retracement. As we explained probably yesterday, was very important to see the reaction on market after the earnings season report to understand if the drop could continue or not. But essentially, as we have a ride on Thursday with this bullish pressure, it seems quite difficult that market could return to going down. Essentially, for example, in the case of Nasdaq, if we want to have a big drop, we need that market break this 70,165. But they was not able to break the 70,505 that was the intermedium support that we discussed probably these days, and market remain bullish. If nothing change, Nasdaq could break 18,000 level and could start an attack also of 18,500 level, 90,000 level. The same is for Standard & Poor that in this case could start another journey that could attack 50,100 level, the extension of the range that's average around 780 pips, and in the best scenario, the first real yearly target I have on 5,200 level. Here also everything could change also if we break 40,938. And for now, the W pattern we have see here on H4 chart, difficult to see some change. Anyway, I would like to recommend to see the Friday close. Let's go now that also yesterday start a big recovery, 200 points up before and after the video earnings season report. 58,265 remain the big support on weekly basis, and if market continue with this journey, the real target we can reach in this moment is 39,300 level. Now let's go on 15-minute charts and let's see together some tips about this index. uh, Dow Jones is an industrial index, as you have explained last Monday, and I would like to take in consideration that is price weighted and no market capitalization weight like Nasdaq or Standard & Poor. So the this index move very good in presence of two elements. First one, Standard & Poor strong trend normally create a similar movement. So if Standard & Poor going up or drop strongly, Dow tend to amplify this movement. And second one is cyclical. Normally we have differences of aptitude. Normally, when depend on positioning, if market see a strong economic cycle, tend to buy more down and sold the Nasdaq. In case tech sector, of course, attract a lot, but in case money flow goes strongly on tech sector, Dow could be suffer some retracement, some difficulties to continue to going up. So this element, when you trade, you can see very good because normally, for example, we have probably this type of differences that we can see. For example, 50-minute chart, we can see properly this enormous difference normally in terms also of recovery, because for example, Dow respect the Nasdaq remain more choppy. In this period, normally remain more choppy respect the Nasdaq that could suffer more vertical drop also even of course in case of that macro data like inflation, like non-farm payroll or Federal Reserve meeting, normally the movement are quite similar. One of ability of Dow Jones is probably the way they recover a drop, or the way they change um, a super uptrend, how they drop in this situation. So normally when we have this situation, we have a big opportunity, because Dow tend during, especially the Nasdaq that is more volatile, and sometimes it's difficult to enter, probably for the big presence of algo machine. Dow maintain more strong structure in a range, so we have more chance to trade better, in term to find also opportunity in a small range. So for example, if you see the difference between the two instruments, Nasdaq drop more. For example, if we take from 16th of February, Nasdaq drop 3.58%, no? If I take the same from Dow, the drop was, you see, more small. It's practically a 30% of movement of Nasdaq. Nasdaq is more volatile, but of course has the difficulty that if we don't enter correctly, there are no chance to arrange the trade. In Dow is probably the difference. Let me show you some example. Let's go 1 minute chart so we can see better when you do scalping. For example, the session of yesterday. For example, take a look at differences that we have assisted vertical drop in the open, but market immediately, when they show a sign of recovery, here start to accumulate. So this is a very strong buy opportunity. So market, when break a previous range with this strong movement, normally the movement are very vertical. So you can enjoy one or two trade like this in the first 2 hours of session. The big time is probably the first 2 hour and a half from the USA Open, where we have more opportunity. So normally you can take this movement, and when the Dow, for example, show the bullishness start to do low high like this, so you can try to find opportunity in this small range and try to follow this movement in the very best way. Try, of course, also to take in consideration the volume that are the best in the analysis. So here you can see this two candle was attacked in the open by strong volume. So for example, they establish a range. We can mark the extreme of this candle like a zone. So you can see that in this case, market offer a clear view on where Dow could move for some hours. So you can see they do this, they do a false drop. Here we have V-shaped recovery, volume drop, so you can try to find buy opportunity, double bottom, retest, breakout. So here you have a short, another short, and the end of close yesterday they fly in the sky. So they put a super vertical volume. So you can see in this case, when Dow start this movement and break, normally they use a V-shape recovery that's are very fast, break some previous candle range. For example, in this case you don't have a buy. Here you have, you see, yesterday was a case, because of course we have the NVIDIA and report, so it's normal that market has a big volatility. But you see that in this case, for example, in the yesterday close, they show probably a bullish pressure. So for example, imagine that you want to trade today. Uh, if I have to plan some short, for example, taking consideration the big volume entered yesterday in the close, I have to see a breakout list of this zone of 38,695, or market has to do a buying climax, for example, a spike like this. But trend remains so bullish. So if we go return in daily chart, we can understand that the Dow today will try probably to break the previous high. Normally, I would like to recommend to not work in breakout unless you take the first part of movement. Try to enter in pullback. Even you have to wait a little. Sometime the difficulty could be this. No, you have to wait some time. Here you have, for example, an example. No, market going up, do a pullback. Try to buy, for example, when you have 3 4 bullish candle in 15 or 5 minute charts, you can have more chance to take a good movement. Normally we are speaking about 20, 30, 40 pips. The average is around this zone, this range. And if you have movement like this, you can buy with very low stop loss and leave the trade running with trailing stop and partial close. So the essential the difference with the Nasdaq Standard & Poor is that Dow suffer more ranging momentum, but essentially if you are able to identify with volume and see that market normally remain in range, you can use this stream to work better, something that you cannot do so strong with the Nasdaq. So in this sense, I would like to recommend always, first one, try to identify this range with the volume on open. Second one, non-open counter trend unless Standard & Poor show a very clear reversal movement and Dow show the same, or you take big slap. Take in consideration that Dow when take a trend also is difficult to change. They can do this fast drop, but the most part of this movement I always fake. So when you have something like this, but market show immediately recovery, you can try long in the pullback. Also the same here, you see something like this, you can do that. This is 50-minute charts is the best to analyze the general trend for all USA indexes. So in this sense, you can have this very interesting opportunity when you identify, as you can see, a range like this. It's very simple to manage the trade. Normally, repeat, try to trade better in the first 2 hours and a half, wait the 30 minutes from the open, and the last hour before the close is very good for Dow Jones. This is all for today. Thank you very much to everyone to stay here with us. Enjoy the trading day and see you on Monday with the new content. Bye bye.